Hello again, everyone. It's Todd Starucci, the Horror Nerd, here at Eternal Con in Long Island. We are having a blast today with some of our favorite celebrities from TV and film. And I'm sitting here with someone that I have a love-hate relationship with.
Love to hate him.
I love him because he's a great guy. I hate him for traumatizing me and a whole generation as a child. You know, when his horse died.
But he comes back.
Dude.
It was zombie horse. And then you know, the rock biter, my wife was like, pointed out recently, you know, the rock biter's a cannibal. And I went,
he totally is.
Yeah.
Right.
How y'all doing?
So
you good?
I'm doing great,
Good to
man.
see you.
You know, I was very glad that you were going to be here.
Me too.
You know, we had such a good time the last time.
Dude, Neverending Story's 40 years next year.
That's crazy.
I'm glad I'm anywhere. Like, you know, I'm old and this is old and it's a young man's game these days, you know, and everything's CGI, so.
I was telling my buddy Mark, who's running camera for me today, I know there's a place, like, I think it's in Germany, or I think, where they have, like, all the props. And you can, like, go and and sit next to Falcor and shit. I'm like, I
think you can get on Falcor.
I need to go there. And
it's Bavaria Studios in Munich. That's where we shot the movie. You can go and they have a little. I think. Well, Tammy's not here, but she was sitting on my left. She just went over there. It had been since we shot. And you can go on the little tour and sit on Falcor and take pictures with, you know, the different characters. It's kind of cool. Falcor's old, though. He looked. Well, so you know what happened? Like, for some reason, anybody who went to the display would pull a scale off of Falcor and send them to me to like sign, and I'd get like thousands of scales. So every week they're fixing them. I think they just got tired of redoing them. So he just looked like a sad old, like, busted down luck dragon. He's like, you know.
Well, you know what they say, never meet your heroes, right? Because you're gonna be disappointed.
Thank God that's not me.
Oh, come on, man.
I'm teasing.
You're totally my hero. So, you know, we just were talking about it, and I know he was rolling the camera, but we talked about the fact that the filming Neverending Story was a little crazy, because for the most part, you were just a kid, but you did all your own stunts, right?
Yes, except for I think two, Bobby Porter and I had a kid named Mario who did some of my writing for like the long wide shots, so we can go shoot something else. But all the like full out writing I did. There was just one or two where we had the whole set tilted on its end. They call it a gimbal, so it looked like I was getting sucked into the nothing. But the drop was like 4 or 5. It was high. I'm that short too, so not much taller now. I was like, no, I'm not going to do that. And then there was one shot where I fall off the turtle off of Morla, and I mean Morla was good 30, 40 feet high, and so he did that one and the gimbal, and other than that I did everything, and they beat the hell out of me. Yeah.
Wow.
Somebody asked, goes, oh my God, falling out of the tree and off the turtle was great. Did you love it? And I go, it was awesome the first 2 times, but 800 times, you got a director who would like to do 30, 40 takes every setup. It's not fun. Like I felt like, like how somebody got run over by Jerome Bettis.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Like at the end of every day. The boss. Choo choo. I'm dating myself.
So that's a good point. Like the first couple of times it's really cool.
Yeah.
And then after that. But as a kid, so remind me, how old were you when you were
we shot for a year, so I started at 12, 13, yeah.
So you're on set now, you're a kid. I can't imagine doing this stuff when I'm a kid. Was it kind of whiz bang for you? Were you awestruck, or was this is a job?
Both.
I'm
both.
Doing a job.
I that's how I am always. From 6 that was a job. They used to call me the 40-year-old midget. So they would like whistle or hit a blowhorn, and they'd be like 40-year-old midget on deck, because cussing on set. So I was always had a really amazing work ethic, but when you have a soundstage that's bigger, twice the size of this, 6 foot mud deep from one end to the other, you don't got to do much. You're in that, you're in the swamps. But I mean, they almost killed me 3 or 4 times, and literally almost killed. I almost drowned in that thing. So there's no oxygen underneath the dry ice, and I'm going down. Falcon's supposed to come down, and I pass out and go under. And they had guys jumping in, and they had to. I was unconscious and pull up a bunch of they put paste to thicken up the mud, and just all in my throat, and was choking.
Oh my God!
That was one of them.
Now, folks,
there's
you know
a bunch
why
of them.
We have child labor laws today.
So part of my story is what pushed the Coogan law through. Was they had just so much other stuff that happened. Didn't pay me, and they worked me like crazy. They almost killed me, broke my back. So and it was a lot.
And all
I got was this stupid shirt.
So 40 years later, nerds like me can line up and say how much we love the movie, right?
But that's the only reason I keep coming around is not a lot of movies have touched people like the Neverending Story. I have friends that in Star Wars, all kinds of big, huge movies. One of my closest friends does he made all the X-Men movies and Transformer movies. None of those people cry, and I sit and talk and have these real deep conversations after an appearance with people who come to me and they're like, Neverending Story saved my life. I mean, it's hundreds of people that I've met and sat and talked to. And to have the opportunity to really connect with people on that. First of all, we don't do that enough. And to sit and take time to talk to somebody and listen to their story and it directly involve you as something you did. That's pretty deep stuff. So I'm super grateful for that aspect of it.
Well, it's interesting that even me, it is a part of our lives.
Strange.
Right? I grew up with it, and
it's
a part of our lives, and I remember it, and now my daughter watches all the movies that I grew up with, and she's
That's
like,
awesome.
Dad, I get it now. I get it.
You gotta see it, and then you go, okay, I got that. Yeah. Cool.
Did you get to keep anything from the set? Any props or any souvenirs that you?
I got well, they gave me the horse, but that's why I say all I got was the stupid horse. It had to stay in Europe. It wouldn't have been right to take it back to the States with me. There was a bunch of diseases that were killing all the lipizons in Europe when I had the horse. So we just left it with Mario. They had a little ranch, so left it with my stunt double, and I took the saddle. I had the saddle, so
that's cool.
That was it. But I used to pilferage and steal things from everything. I had stuff from Battlestar. I had stuff from tried to at least. Some of it the best thing I ever had.
Why not?
was Robin Williams gave me his suspenders off his own body and took them off and gave me when I did Mork and Mindy.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
That was my favorite gift. And I'd have to steal them.
Very cool. So what are you up to these days? I see you travel all around. You do conventions. You do appearances.
Yeah, I don't know. Married. She keeps me out of trouble and busy. When the pandemic hit, or was forced upon us, I just started writing. I locked myself in a house and wrote for a year straight and wrote. I got 15 titles that I'm trying to finish. Supposed to direct my first movie this year.
Oh, nice.
Something I wrote.
Cool.
So, coming of age movie, which I tell people that know me, I tell that, and they go, "You wrote a coming of age movie?" I go, "Yeah, it's my version of a coming of age movie."
Can't wait for that.
It'll kick you in the nuts. It's a love story, but my type of love story where you go on an emotional roller coaster, and and then I don't want to tell you what it's about. It's just everybody I tell it to is sobbing. So you got to when it finally gets done, you got to definitely sit with a box of tissues.
I will look forward to it. I really will.
We'll see. It'll be I'll pull it off wonderfully, or I'll crash and burn spectacularly. So it's kind of my life.
Well, either way, though, you'll have told your story.
Right. Exactly.
Right. All right, Noah. Before I let you go, any final words for the fans? Sorry, leave you hanging.
That's all right.
Any final words for the fans here at Eternal?
Thank you for having me. I'm always a fan to come to Strong Island. My family's from Jersey, so
really,
don't hold it against
Jersey
me.
boy
But
my whole life.
From Verona, New Jersey.
All right,
absolutely. I'm the only cat from Los Angeles. Everybody else Over here.
Still here.
Still.
All right. Good stuff. Noah Hathaway, everybody, from the Neverending Story and Battlestar Galactica here at Eternal Con. I'm the horror nerd, Todd Staruch, signing off. We will see all of you in the next interview.
And still a piece of shit.
Total.